Well, hello, you sucked long pigs in his eyes. Obviously, one coming at you for another Transformers transformation review thingy. Yes, this time we're taking a look at Transformers Energon Starscream, and he's pretty cool. And he was a TF Nation pickup. It was mint on card, but I decided to open it because I'm not a mint on card kind of person. The card was a little bit beat up anyway, to be fair, so and I opened it up. It was a toy foo purchase, and he's pretty cool. I really do like this guy. Is based on the mould that came out in Generation 2, you know, Smoke Jumper and Smoke Screen guy. I forget the name. I'll put the names in there. In fact, I'll splice a picture in here. Okay, so yeah, I've used that mould a couple of times, and this is based off that mould, but it's heavily retooled too. So we'll take a look at some of the details we've got there. We've got a nice cockpit going on there. Is it going to focus for me? There we go. It's got landing gear as well. It's got a nice cockpit. It's not focusing there. You can just make out in sort of interior details there. You can see. I think if you look carefully, I think there's actually a guy moulded in there. Oh, come on, focus. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you can see a pilot in there. It's pretty cool. You got the intakes there. You've got the Decepticon symbol where the Energon crystal will go. Got some nice details going on. You've got these really nice moulded Decepticon symbols. It's pretty cool. And I like this fact that you've got this sort of clear in the wings as well. So clear plastic you've got to be careful with. But this one seems to be alright. On this side you've got the same details there, but you've also got this Energon scar with all this neon green going in there, which is really nice. You've got the nice familiar Starscream red stripe going on there. You've got the sort of a charcoal colour going on the wings. And then you've got all these extra scars going on there. You've got these on the thrusters at the back there. You've got these scars going on because this is because Starscream gets destroyed in Armada, spoilers, and then he gets rebuilt into this guy, which is really nice. Visible head. Oh, no, it's not. You've got these two different colours there. Visible head is back. Oh, no, there's no visible head on this one. Ah. And then you've got some more scars going on there. It's covered in scars, this guy. It's really nice. He does have landing gear, which he does stand up pretty nicely. But unfortunately, they don't roll or anything. But it's pretty cool. Now, he does come with some weapons. He comes with this sort of blade. So because the Energon gimmick is, they come with clear weapons. It's almost like a Green Lantern kind of thing going on, where they create weapons out of pure Energon, which is pretty cool. There's a nice moulded detail inside there. If it's going to focus, there we go. And this side as well, you can see it better this side as well. Pretty nice. You've got this nice metallic blade got on there as well, which is very nice. You also got this massive blaster as well, and I love these pipes going through there. It's really nice. Huge blaster. Kind of reminiscent of the gun from Halo, you know, the battle rifle from Halo, which is no bad thing. Also like a P90 as well. There's all a P90 looking to it. But also sci-fi. You got, like I say, you got these cables. They're all solid plastic, but I like these cables, these pipes. Yeah, it's very P90-ish, actually, the more I look at it, which is no bad thing. Yeah, so you can utilise these weapons in this mode as well. So you flip him over. So you've got minicon ports, which will fit a minicon on there. Let's see, this is a spark plug. Will he fit on there? I mean, technically he will fit on there, but the way it's designed. Let's see what we've got. We've got this one. I forget this one's name. I'll put it in here, but you can fit it on there like that. So you've got minicon port. If it goes on, no, that one won't go on for some reason. Let's try another one. This is slag. And then you put him on. Yeah, so he'll go on there, and you've got a minicon port. The minicon ports on these guys don't do anything. They don't unlock anything. It's just a moulded detail, but they can fit on there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now it does have a right. So yeah, so you've got a minicon port on there as well, sort of the inverse of one. And then what you do is you plug it into these wings like that. Same for this side. You've got a nice peg hole there. And you plug that in. Oh, sorry, the other way. Plug that in. Actually, I've got these on the wrong way around. Sorry. Bad YouTuber, bad. So you plug that on that side, and then that side goes there. Straighten everything out. And there you can utilise his weapons in this mode. And he looks pretty badass with a flying sword. Which is pretty cool. So you've got that thing going on. Also, you've got you've got firing missiles as well. So you can take these weapons off, and what you do is just move these out of the way. These slots here will disconnect like that. Move it around like so, and then you can position these around. Move everything out of the way, round like, like that. That's it. You do that for the robot mode. You can tell I've only been playing for a couple of days. Rotate that out like that. So you've got this thing going on, and then you've got firing missiles, which is pretty cool. But also, as well, with these pegs on this side, you can actually peg on the energon weapons as well. Or am I doing that wrong? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So basically, you bend the wings open like that, and then what you can do is you've got these. Actually, no, wait a minute. You can put the energon weapons in there. That's it. You can put the energon weapons inside there, so you've got that position going on, which is pretty cool. So you've got firing missiles. Let's just take these out of there because they're just going to get in the way. And these missiles are pretty strong, if I remember rightly. So you've got a switch there, so you press that switch and you know, that was hard. And then again this side, you press the switch and you know, that's some power. You know, the thing of the way when it hit there. So here is the missile itself, just like done in this sort of purpley blue colour, just standard issue missile really. And then they just fit back in. They've got to fit in a particular way because of the angle. Let's see where it goes. Like, oh, straight away. That's handy. And then this side in like that as well. There we are. And we just fold them back in. So he's got firing missiles, which is pretty cool. You don't get that much these days, do you? This was released, I think, 2003. This guy. So it makes him 23 years old. Holy shit. So let's take him to robot mode. So we've got quite a unique transformation. Flip him over. We'll put the landing gear away, and they just fit round like so, like that. Let's just move the camera actually. There we are. So what do we do? Basically, you disconnect what will become the legs, like so, and that all comes around like that. And then this doesn't really peg in; it just kind of sits there. You just kind of sit it there. But these will peg into the back and will hold it in position. It's a bit of a shame that there's not like a little soft peg that goes in there. Actually, we've got the copyright there. Yeah, 2003, wow. So we rotate his legs round like so, and then we rotate the tail fins up, like that, and then we separate what will become his feet, like so. So the legs are done. So we come to this section here, then what we do is we rotate this whole section round, there's his bonds. Then what we do is we come to the back here, and we push these arms out from in here. So best thing to do is straighten the tail fins up, and then sort of push them round like that, and then all the way out. Same for this side. Push that in, push that out like so, like that, and then we just adjust the arm around thus. But be careful with this shoulder because it's clear. So then what do? Is we take this whole section from this H section here, and then we rotate that round like that. And then we position it up, so basically fold this all down, fold this back, and then you got these two clips here, which should fit in these two holes there. And then, like that, click. And there, boys and girls, you just position his... I like to do it like that. There we are. That arm is really stiff, I've just got to be careful, because it's 20 odd years old and it's clear plastic. So you position his wings like that on his arms, what I like to do. And there is Starscream in his robot mode. And he looks fucking cool, doesn't he? Very, not G1, but there is echoes of Generation 1 in there, which is really cool. The other thing there we go. The other thing that annoys me is his shoulders don't really peg in anywhere. They just kind of sort of sit there. And there he is in road mode. He's pretty cool. I really like it. I really do like it. This was a figure that eluded me back in the day. I never had it way back when. But yeah, it sort of eluded me. But it's got some really nice details going on. A lot of it carries over from the jet mode. You've got the cockpit there. And you've got a really nice face sculpt. Very G1 Starscream. Let's see, yeah, very, very, very cool indeed. He does have light piping, but it's very slight. I don't know if it's going to be able to show you it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You can see his light piping in there because he's got a little tiny bit on the top of his head there. Yeah, you can see a bit of light piping in there, which is really cool. Can't beat a bit of light piping. Yeah, and then like I say, got these nice feet. Does the job. It's very nice, and I do like that shoulder on that side. It echoes the wing as well, so you can see where this was damaged and sort of been repaired, and it's all clear. So I've got to be very careful with it. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Actually, I really do like this guy. So, in terms of articulation then, his head will rotate 360 degrees at the neck, sorry. It doesn't look down or anything. His arms will should theoretically rotate 360 degrees, but they are hindered by this kibble. His shoulder can move in and out, he can bend at the elbow, and he's got slight bicep rotation. Bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrists there. Nothing at the waist, but his legs can kick forward, can kick back, again hindered by the kibble, and that's about out they can go. They can bend there, and they can rotate at the knee as well, and the feet can move up and down, but that is your lot, but it does the job. It does the job. So I'll bring in the weapons again, and you've got the Peanutty inspired blaster, goes in that hand like that, and you get his sword, which will go in the other hand like that. So, and then he's got his weapons, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But we're not done. His weapons can combine. They can combine into... Oh, wrong way around, that's it. So into this monstrosity, and this becomes almost... In fact, it becomes taller than him. So he can wield it like a big sort of lance, I guess. And he's got a big fuck-off lancy sword or halberd or something like that. And he can wield that, which is pretty cool. Get out of there. Right, so he does have the Energon gimmick. He has the bit for the Energon Star. I have an Energon Star here. This is from Battle Ravage, I want to say. And then that just fits on there like that. And then that's all it does. And you can see his Decepticon symbol magnified in there just about... Yeah, that's the problem. I like the toys, but the gimmick for Energon was a bit weak, quite honestly. At least with Armada, when you added a minicon, it did something like opened up a rocket launcher or activated sound effects or something. But there we go. But we're still not done. So what we can do is, in this mode as well, we can utilise the rocket launchers in his wings. So you rotate them out like that. And then what you do is you rotate them almost 360 degrees forward. Well, it's about 180, isn't it? Like that. And they still fire in this mode. I'm not going to fire them because you've seen them fire. There we go. And what we can do now is we can get his weapons. This is the way I like to display it, actually. Although he hasn't got a place on the shelf for him yet. But I'll sort that out. So you can connect his weapons onto his wings like this. And so he's got that going on, and that looks really cool. Looks really fucking cool, actually. So you've got these going on, and he's got full battle mode, and he looks really nice, really cool, yeah. I'm on a right Armada Unicron Trilogy kick at the moment. There's some great toys out there for the Unicron Trilogy. I don't like the cartoon. I've tried watching it again recently, and the cartoon is ass, really, I'm sorry. It looks nice, but I just don't like it. But the toys, they are great. And the comic was really good as well. The Dreamwave stuff, which didn't find any at TF Nation. I was a bit disappointed, but there we go. So there's me. There is Energon Starscream. And if you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so when I've got new videos out. Should be every Thursday and Saturday. Check out my other reviews, which should be down here somewhere in a moment. And if you like what I do, why not consider donating to my Patreon? For as little as $1 a month, you can have the name in the credits, and you can help support me so I can buy bigger, better things, and provide you with a lot more entertainment. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all very soon.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1.